Welcome to the Kaizoran experience. Over here, we're going to be talking about everything African. We're going to be having debates, discussions, entertainment, as well as learning about business, art, history, and everything in between. Cultural, tribalism, and everything. We're going to be out here debating with some really interesting stuff. So, like the video, share the video, and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe for the best experience ever. This is the biggest channel on the Afrosphere. So come and join the team, become a Kaizoran, and join the Kaizoran Empire. Universally exist within myself, within this premise, and I exist within this bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly like the bird in the sky. I'ma fly like bird in the sky. I'ma fly like bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly like bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly like bluebird in the sky. I'ma throw my bluebird in the sky. I'ma soar like bluebird in the sky. I'ma soar like bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly like bluebird in the sky. I'ma fight like bluebird in the sky. I'ma eat like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be bluebird in the sky. I'ma be free, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be free like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. Back again like the second coming, strumming my vocal cords like the hummingbird in the sky. Y'all can't deny this. Real rap lyrics, it's like I ain't got no rhyming through the sky limit. What is skin tone, shade of color, but a parallel form of frequency like a ringtone on your phone. Melanin expression, tied up in the universe, feeling like gods. Is this really us? Is it serious? Is it really wrong to be diverse? I'm a divergent, immerse myself like an ocean beneath its waves. Be a divergent, born to be different. Indigo child, wild like canary, born to be a bluebird in the sky. Flying high like a bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly high, bluebird in the sky. Yeah, bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly high, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. Everybody scream bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly high, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. Yeah, bluebird in the sky. Everybody, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bone black, sweet like a berry. Flying high, so high like a canary. Scary with my hoodie on, hating on my vibe on the street. That you'll be feeling my frequency of the song. But I know that I ain't never ever gonna be ever the same. But I know. Shalom. What's good, my dusties? Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yes, to all your aunties and all the little weird WhatsApp groups that you guys are part of. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about the real reason why African diasporans are refusing to invest. We're going to be looking at a video by O'Shea's channel, Kenganda. So shout out for them for fair use of their content for analysis. So yeah, we'll get into it. I already know the reasons, right? Because I'm a diasporan, right? And I also try to invest in Africa. That is a case, and it's not that complicated, but we're going to go do it so that people watching these videos knows exactly what they're getting into. Let's get it.
To Kenganda, my name is Janita Maya, and this is Kenganda Connect, where we'll be having interesting, entertaining interviews and whatnot. Today's interview is a bit special because we are actually talking about investments with a supporter of ours who had a lot to say about people investing back home. Some of you do not want to send money back home for investment.
Yeah, I mean, look, are you sending money to an investment company, right? Is it a trust fund? Is it some kind of SACCO? Is it an established business whereby the money is going to be utilized in an already established business sector that they're getting into, right? If you're sending money to a group of people, let's say a SACCO, right? I don't know what that term stands for, but that's one of the investment circles that are usually used in Africa, right? Let me see what SACCO actually means. Meaning, right? Because I don't really know, right? Okay, a SAGO is a Savings and Credit Corporation, which is a special type of cooperative offering financial services with a primary focus on mobilizing of funds and provisions on affordable credit to its members. Now, here's the thing, right? You niggas want to be sending money to your dusty families, right? Your grandmas, your mothers, your aunts, your cousins, and you think you're investing. No, you're funding a lifestyle. Let me be very, very clear there. When you think you're investing, sending money back home for someone to build you a house, for someone to open up a chicken coop for you, or whatever it is, whether it's agribusiness or animal husbandry, it is irrelevant. You're not investing. You are simply supplementing someone's lifestyle. You are basically their sponsor. And I make that clear. You're not sending money most of the time to circles, established businesses, and financial services that will take that money. You're not investing in a stock market, right? You're not going to the New York Stock Exchange, putting money into there. You're not buying bonds from government, right? You're literally not investing. You're simply supplementing someone's lifestyle. So I think that's already part of the issue that I have here with diasporans who think they're investing, then blame the people for things going wrong. If you are going into a sector, right, I have a three part prong system for trust, right? You have to have competence, right? Is the person you're sending the money to competent? That means, right, dealing with the consequences of things going wrong. Are they going to be able to resolve it in a reasonable time costly manner and also financial manner that is going to long term be beneficial to you? Are they competent in what you're trying to get them to do? The next one is, are the intentions correct? Right? Is this person just trying to get a quick buck from you and then do pump and dump once they get it from you and they move on to the next one? So intentions, is it correct for them to grow with you? And the last part of trust, right? Are they sober? Someone could be competent, they could have the right intentions, but they're just not sober. Maybe they've never seen $1,000 in their pockets, right? Maybe they've never seen $5,000 in their pockets. So the moment it reaches their account, are they going to be sober enough to be able to deal with that? So a lot of these things and concepts exist. So all I will say this, right? Sending money to your family, your friends, is not investing. You are supplementing a lifestyle. Investing is going to a SACCO, right? A savings and credit corporation in Africa. Perhaps one of them is buying a 14-seater Nissan, right? They are part of a larger conglomerate, right? That is taking over the transport business in Nairobi, right? So they buy the 14-seater. Your money is used to purchase that 14-seater. Then this SACCO manages the 14-seater as a matatu, right? The means of transport in Kenya, right? So you will get dividends every single day on the amount of money made on that transport. That is how an investment works, right? You find something already established, you do your market research, and then you see if it's worthy of your investment. You don't send money to your cousins, right? So already the issue is not really investing in Africa. It's you just don't even know what the word investment means.
And whatnot. So let's have him on right here. I see you laughing.
Yeah, it's a serious topic, and I think
Yeah, we have to tell the people why don't you want to send money back home for investing?
Yeah, I think it's important. It's holistic. I mean, the world is a cycle, and as much as we have.
Yeah, so okay, so the brother's talking, right? He's not saying anything wrong yet. He just started talking, but generally speaking, I think I like to correct people on even terms such as investing, right? People don't know what investing means. Sending people who are not qualified to handle your business back home is insane. It's actually cheap on your part and is bad judgment, right? And if you're going to think and expect a normal Dusty to be competent enough to help you run a successful business, there's already something wrong. I mean, there's a few screws loose from the inception of that whole practice. Yes, I understand you want to uplift your family members, but you don't just go giving financial you don't give people money that are not responsible with money. This is the most common sense stuff that exists. I would not recommend sending money to people who are not competent with handling money, people that don't have experience with money. It's really that simple.
Employer employee in Africa, we know we need a little bit more employers, and it requires people to invest so that we can generate more jobs for our young people.
And perfect. Before we dive in, please let the people know who you are, your name, what you do, and whatnot. Yes.
Oh yeah. So my name is Calvin. I'm in IT. I don't necessarily go a lot into my life like that. But I'm an IT professional. Been at it for 6 years now or so, and I'm in Canada, and I've been here since 2016. I came here as a student from Kenya, and I've been living here, but with the hopes of enabling or improving livelihoods of not just myself but others in Kenya over the long run. So that's a little bit about me. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Shout out to our Kenyan people, our Kenyan neighbors.
Kenya,
Shout out to them.
we're all one now,
Indeed. It's one community. You had this interesting punchline. I'll call it a punchline, a powerful statement. You said, why are
So shout out to him. IT is generally a good sector to be in. Canada, I've not been there, but seems like a decent country to live. Perhaps a little bit too cold for me, depending on the season. But it's good to see Kenyans going abroad and uplifting their lives, and also having the intentions to uplift the lives of other Africans, specifically other Kenyans in this case. I think that's always a good thing, because it shows Pan-Africanism still has a part to play in this whole world. And I think that is part of the discussion there. Shout out to the brother Calvin. Now he's going to talk about why he doesn't like sending money back home in hopes of investment. Perhaps he's okay with paying black tax, which is a slightly different thing. Black tax is usually when you supplement someone's life because they can't, do it themselves, or they're your parents or someone you feel like you should give back to. That's black tax. He's not talking about that yet. He's talking about investment. So let's go ahead and see why he's reluctant to invest back home in Kenya. And just for people listening, Kenya is definitely one of the better African countries out there, right? The rest of them are SHIT whole. Kenya is relatively not as SHIT holy.
own people in the diaspora don't want to invest back home, yet they complain about it? And I said, what? Yes. This is what we talk about on the platform every single day. Why are people in the diaspora not investing back home? Can you give us your take on that?
I think the main factor of it, which is primarily due to, I would say, years of, I guess, slavery or colonialism, there's this mindset that my currency is going to depreciate. Like, what's the purpose? My investment.
Yeah, when people say mindset, I'm always coming for these niggas because clearly they don't know what the word mindset means, right? When you're looking at real trends of economics, right? Real trends of currency exchange rates and the depreciation of African currencies, all the way from post-colonialism until today, you can clearly see a very stark decline in the currencies, and therefore the meaningfulness of the money, aka it is a real thing for you to get your money back in dollars, or even if you keep your money back in the shillings, right, for you to still have the same amount. This is insane when people start saying stupid things like it's a mindset from colonialism and slavery. No, it's not. It's real, right? They're trends. I don't understand how people, make decisions in life. These people are insane. They're categorizing something that can be observed and studied on a graph, on a chart, right? All the way from inception of colonialism, post-colonialism, right? From 1960s, African currencies have become trash. Just the other day, Nigerian naira went from like 400, right? Naira is $1 in 2023 June. Right now is 1600 naira is $1, right? It's depreciated 4 times. 400%. That is insane, right? So when people start saying nonsense like this, oh, it's a mindset from colonialism, they feel that their currency is going to depreciate. No, that's a pretty much surefire trend. If you invest or you understand how finances and economics work, that is not a mindset. That is literally looking at the historical records of how the currency situation happened. So yeah, this is insane, right? I can already kind of see the kind of person this is to even make that statement is insane, right? It is insane. It's not a feeling. It's not a mindset. It is the reality. It's the historical data. Oh my God. This is interesting.
If I send $100 today, and do something with it, it's going to be worthless tomorrow. And I always tell people at the end of the day that if you have that mentality, you'll never do anything there, just because there's this perception.
It is not a mentality. It is very statistically real. African currencies, or rather African countries, due to a plethora of different reasons, right? Not paying back their loans from the IMF, not paying back their loans for the Eurobonds, and then leaving themselves bankrupt, so nobody else wants to put foreign direct investment into the country. These are not idiots, right? People who are actually look at trends. It's literally insane. If I want to go and invest in cryptocurrency, right? It's a financial commodity. Well, some people, argue whether it's commodity or service or whatever, but that's not relevant. It's a financial commodity for the purpose of this discussion. If I go and want to purchase cryptocurrency, am I going to go look and buy the cryptocurrency with the least financially stable historical record and purchase it? No, I'll bet against it, right? Why? Because I know that it's going to keep going down. I mean, this is insane, right? This mindset, not people, right? It's not a mindset. It is a statistical reality. And that is why companies like Flutterwave exist, right? Flutterwave is a unicorn company, meaning it got valued over $2 billion in a couple of years or something like that, right? The reason why Flutterwave is doing so well in Africa, it's a Nigerian company. The founders, some of them are, Yorubas. The reason Flutterwave is doing so well is because Flutterwave is offering a service to foreign investors. For example, let's say you are Uber. You don't want your money back in some dusty Nigerian naira. You want the money back in dollars, pounds, or euros, depending on where you're registered, so that you can feed the people that are investing in your company, right? Because Uber has Western investors who invest in dollars. They don't want their money back in naira or in Kenyan shilling, which will be depreciated across time. What's the point? You're losing money. You're not gaining money in investing in Africa. So Flutterwave allows these companies to be able to extract their money back in dollars, in euros, and in pounds, because they have done deals, right? Flutterwave has access to central banks and other banks who are willing to trade and sell their euro dollars to these companies, and these companies are able to extract their money back in the correct form: dollars, euros, and pounds. That is a very, very real company that exists, that does a very real service, that does a very, good service for people who want to invest in Africa. So idiots like this, right, start talking about mindset. You already know that this guy is just going to keep talking nonsense after this point, right? It's not a mindset, right? This is real money, right, that you will lose, and you will not be able to do something with it. I'm done with people like this. This is what I consider an idiot. There's no better ways to perform that statement there.
That someone has created currencies and devalues yours and makes sure that investment only happens in one part of the world, and that's probably their major complaint, that I will work so hard, I will send 50,000 or 10,000 or whatever, and then 5 years or 10 years down the line, it's going to be almost worthless. So that's the main thing. And then others, it's from a perspective of 90% of Africans are liars and thieves.
This is also true, right? But you shouldn't be dealing with the 90%, right? Let's say you are an NBA scout, right? You're looking for the top prospect for you to basically manage them as their agent, so that they get into the NBA. Of course, you're going to be cut a nice fat check, maybe 10% of whatever it is that they make. Who knows what the contract states, right? So you're an NBA scout. You're going around. Are you going to look at 90% of the basketball players, or are you going to be looking at the top 1% of basketball players, right? So there is also this, what he's saying is not wrong. 90% of the average everyday African will scam you, whether it's because of the 3 steps I stated, whether it's because of the intention to scam, which I don't necessarily think Africans have the bad intention to just do bad things towards you, whether it's the competence, when they know that they really can't provide the service that you guys are trying to agree, so they're just going to scam you because that's the easiest way to get your money, because they want your money, but they know they're not competent enough to carry out the task you've given them. Or whether it's because of sobriety, they've just been handed over $2,000, $5,000. They've never seen that amount of money in their account, right? The average African is making $1,500 a year. right? You've given them $5,000 to carry out a task. Of course, they get greedy. The lack of sobriety comes in, and of course, they scam you. So I wouldn't necessarily say 90% of Africans are thieves or liars. I think what I would say is that most humans who are not trustworthy, and there's different trust factors that come in when you're judging the trustworthy of humans. Now, here's the thing: as I mentioned with the NBA analysis, the NBA scout analogy, you are an NBA scout. You're not looking for the 90% of basketball players; they're going to be trash. You're looking for the top 1% of basketball players, right? There's only about 400, players in the NBA at any one time. That means you're looking really at the top 0.001% of basketball players, right? That's the same thing that you should be doing when you're doing business. You need to come to Africa. You need to scout your talent. You need to do very, very heavy selective process until you find someone that you think, or a group of people that you think are trustworthy, and they meet your trust qualifications, right? That's what I do, right? Before I work with someone, I'm not just going around working with random dusties that won't add value to me long or short term. You really just have to stop this stupid idea that Africa should be somehow a special place where everyone, or most people are trustworthy. No, go do your research, come back and figure out who you can work with, and also pay a consultant. I'm a consultant, right? If you're doing business in Kenya, if you're doing business in Ethiopia, if you're doing business in Ghana, contact me, right? If you just ask for my email, somewhere in the comment section, I'll read all comments. Ask, and you can pay me to be a consultant, right? I'll charge $100 per every hour to get you the information that you want. That's how I recommend you do things in Africa.
So, so they're like, well, I'm gonna send this money, and then either it's gonna go this way or it's gonna go that way, and it's gonna disappear. So those are two main ones.
Yeah, I get that. I like the point about slavery.
All right. So Juanita, you listen to real reasons why Africans don't want to invest back home, and the only good points that he made were, well, most Africans are liars, and they will try to scam you for whatever reason. That's one. 90% of them, that is a number that he gave. Okay, I don't even disagree with that number, right? I think it's even a little bit higher. The next reason is that actually the devalued exchange rate across time. Yes, you will have. For example, why do you think I don't give my money to the Kenyan government and buy bonds from them, even if they issue 20% return in the next 5 years? In 5 years, the currency most likely will be depreciated way more than that 20% that I've gained. Meaning I would have just been giving people money for free, losing money in the process, and I'm not going to get the money back. I'll actually come back with lower money, right? So, but Juanita wants to focus on mindset. Okay, Juanita.
Let's dive into that a little bit. Do you think people are still affected by that notion, though?
They are, and the sad part is even the educated ones, right? The ones who have master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, PhDs. There's this sentiment. Let me even just deviate a little bit.
Okay.
I think as well as that, there's pressure from the ones that you left back home, or the ones, for example, let's even say you're in Entebbe and you left your, parents or grandparents in the village. Mm-hmm. There's this perception that for us to see you as if you've succeeded, your life has to be great wherever you are, and anything you do back here, don't do it because it's pointless. There's this thing, don't give back to where you came from, which has continued for so long. So even when you're out here, even your own people back home will be like, don't send anything over here, it's pointless, leave it alone, like this place is dumb, this place is whatever, and give up, forget about the place. All we need you to do is send us a few dollars every now and then for us to live and survive, or forget about it and move on. And that has gone on for so long, as compared to the mindset where you're like, okay, you guys are educated, or you guys have had the opportunity to get a little bit of funds. Maybe you had the opportunity to leave the village and gone to Nairobi, leave the village, gone to Entebbe, leave the village, go somewhere else where there's more disposable income, and then them to encourage you to invest it back home. That's not there majority of the time. So it's really unfortunate, but I think it's two-pronged. The ones back home are not encouraging it, and the ones who are abroad are self-imploding.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of people this guy's been meeting, but people back home want you to send them money so that they can scam you and run your businesses. I think sometimes what happens is people are living in different realities, right? This brother is definitely not living the same reality as what people are observing, right? Africans are not gonna, on majority, tell you like, oh yeah, don't send money back home, it's a waste of your money. They'll tell you, send it back home, give it to me, and I'll help you run the business, right? If he's talking to one or two people that apparently don't want you to send money back home, that it shouldn't even be part of this, statistical analysis, right? There's a million different opinions, right? But not all of them are statistically relevant. What we're discussing here isn't table talk by one individual who might tell you something for whatever reason. We're talking about the general schema of things. Africans will not tell you not to invest back home. They'll tell you invest back home. In fact, send me the money. I'll help you manage. I'll help you build your house and everything. You come back, you find out that your house doesn't exist, that they spent all the money doing something else. That is the real statistical reality that you're going to experience, right? I don't know what, as I mentioned, this guy is definitely not it.
Okay, I will say when you meet some people from the diaspora, they do resonate with what you're saying. They do some of the things that you're saying. But do you think it's their fault, though? Do you think it's their fault for giving up and not wanting to invest back in the motherland? Or do you think it's their fault for thinking that way?
I don't want to say it's their fault. I think they've just allowed themselves or put themselves in situations that are a bit
questionable.
Not just questionable, but for example, let's say you're doing a deal. Africans, for some odd reason, we're very trustworthy, right? Like someone will tell you, oh, I have a piece of land somewhere. You don't even have to sign any papers. You just send the money and we will change the document.
Yeah, I don't think the brother knows what the term trustworthy is, unless I misheard him. Let me take it back, because I don't like shitting on people and then I misinterpret them, right? I think he just said Africans are trustworthy. No, Africans are not trustworthy. I think what he means is Africans don't really go and verify sources. They don't verify things. They work on this culture of trust, yet they're not trustworthy. So that's very, very that's a very separate sort of thing going on here. So no, Africans are not trustworthy. Africans operate on a trust system, but that's not, Africans are not trustworthy.
Doing a deal. Africans, for some odd reason, we're very trustworthy, right? Like
Yeah, I don't think he knows the meaning of the word trustworthy. But anyways, let's go ahead. I think he means Africans operate on a trust system.
Someone will tell you, oh, I have a piece of land somewhere. You don't even have to sign any papers. You just send the money and we will change the documentation and whatever. So you put yourself in a position where maybe because you're far or this or that, you allow people to take advantage of you, and then thereafter you have that one negative experience, and after that it's the end. Rather than understanding that there's due process as well that you could have taken and decided not to for obvious reasons, or later on you'll find it should have been
Welcome to the Kaizoran experience. Over here we're going to be talking about everything African. We're going to be having debates, discussions, entertainment, as well as learning about business, art, history, and everything in between. Cultural, tribalism, and everything. We're going to be out here debating with some really interesting stuff. So like the video, share the video, and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe for the best experience ever. This is the biggest channel on the Afrosphere. So come and join the team, become a Kaizoran, and join the Kaizoran Empire. Universally exist within myself, within this premise, and I exist within this bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly like the blue sky. I'ma fly like bird in the sky. I'ma fly like blue bird in the sky. I'ma fly like blue bird in the sky. I'ma fly like blue bird in the sky. I'ma throw my blue bird in the sky. I'ma soar like blue bird in the sky. I'ma soar like blue bird in the sky. I'ma fly like blue bird in the sky. I'ma fight like blue bird in the sky. I'ma eat like blue bird in the sky. I'ma be like blue bird in the sky. I'ma be blue bird in the sky. I'ma be free, blue bird in the sky. I'ma be free like blue bird in the sky. I'ma be like blue bird in the sky. Back again like the second coming. Strumming my vocal cords like the hummingbird in the sky. Y'all can't deny this. Real rap lyrics, it's like I ain't got no rhyming through the sky limit. What is skin tone, shade of color, but a parallel form of frequency like a ringtone on your phone. Melanin expression, tied up in the universe, feeling like God. Is this really us? Is it serious? Is it really wrong to be diverse? I'm a divergent, immerse myself like an ocean beneath its waves. Be a divergent, born to be different. Indigo child, wild like canary. Born to be a bluebird in the sky, flying high like a bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly high, bluebird in the sky. Yeah, bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly high, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. Everybody scream bluebird in the sky. I'ma fly high, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. Yeah, bluebird in the sky. Everybody, bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like bluebird in the sky. I'ma be like born black, sweet like a berry. Flying high, high like a canary. Scary with my hoodie on. Heading on my vibe on the street that you'll be feeling my frequency of the song. But I know that I ain't never ever gonna be ever the same. But I know. No.
Nazarene on the track.
Okay, let's go ahead, guys.
Over time, how we were, if you look at our current generation, if you look at Uganda, you look at Kenya, you look at the majority of East Africa, most of those countries recently got independence 1960-ish, moving
Yeah,
forward.
most of them. Yes.
So you find that, and also majority of our parents, for example, I'm close to 31 or so. Most of our parents were born like maybe in the 60s, 60
Yes.
there. So their generation, literally, they were being born as the country was getting independence, and their parents were in the colonialistic, mentality. So they were raised with parents who were, oh my God, you can't move from this city to the other city unless you show this badge. I don't know whether that happened in UG, but I know,
It
for
did.
example,
It
Kenya,
did.
yeah, if you want to move, you have to show a badge and stuff like that. So their parents had
Yeah.
that mindset. It was given to them. They at least had a.
Yeah, I'm really confused what point this brother is trying to make, right? Like, these are the same parents who kept telling you to leave the country. So, travel around the world, right? Go from the villages into the cities to look for money. Yeah, this whole mindset niggas, right? Always talking nonsense, right? I don't even understand what he's trying to say, right? He's talking about the Kipande system, right, in Kenya, where by you'd need to show your ID. Again, ID is some racist ID that even talks about what tribe you're from and what skills you have, and you have to again be allowed and given consent to travel between cities. I don't see how that translates to a so-called mentality. Right? Africans will tell you to invest back home. He's bringing a non-problem here, right? People like this are here talking about their feelings as opposed to talking about real reasons niggas don't want to invest, which is two of the reasons he mentioned, right? Exchange rate is trash, right? Um, in 5 years' time, your money will be worth less, right? That's a literal fact. The next thing is the trustworthiness of the Africans on the continent. That's the only real thing that he mentioned. Now they're focusing on going into a street fight about mindset. It's insane.
Little bit of freedom, and then but they still raised us with that mentality that, oh my goodness, like you guys need to make something better of yourself, and that is not here, it is elsewhere. So some is community aspect, and some it's they brought about on themselves.
Okay, that's nice. We were speaking earlier, and you said most people just leave, and the capital outflow doesn't run. Like they just send money back to grandma, and then that's it. Let's talk about that.
So what I meant was, for example, I want to talk. Let's look at.
Yeah, he's talking about black tax, right? Let's not try to over intellectualize a very basic observed phenomenon, right? A lot of Africans don't have cash flow, right? Your grandmother, your mother, perhaps she's old, or she just requires a little bit extra help. You're gonna send her money to basically supplement her life. That's a very different situation. Nothing you can really do about it. But you sending money to young, able-bodied people who are relatively of sound mind is the insanity part of this whole black tax situation, right? Helping people that truly need help versus being taken advantage by dusty foot Africans.
Let's look at COVID.
Yes.
What happened during COVID? When majority of the people investing in the country don't have the best intention of the country. Anytime there's a little bit of turmoil, capital will leave the country. So what I mean by that is, if you look at an investor who is, let's say, from China or from England or from America, when the world economy is not doing so well, the purpose of their investing is not to enrich the people of there. The purpose of the investing is to extract the resources that are from there. I don't know.
Yeah, bro. Look, I think this is the kind of pieces. This is the kind of piece of S that I should leave on the floor. I'm being triggered, guys. Again, I don't know what I'm doing here right now. I don't know why I'm making this video, and I don't know why this guy is the focal point. I think I'll stop right now because I'm being triggered very much. This retard thinks, well, the purpose of the Western investors is not for the beneficial of the country, is to extract resources. Well, motherfucking duh, right? It's a company with overhead, right? With investors, right? With dividends that they have to go separate and give those people who gave them money every single quarter or whatever it is. Of course, they care about their money. If the situation is no longer safe for investment, of course, it makes sense for them to leave. What the fuck am I listening to? This is the kind of retard that shouldn't get airspace, but I'm giving it to them.
If you get what I'm trying to say here, so let's say Google will come in, Facebook will come in, and you will assume they're coming to invest. I mean, yes, they're investing, but the purpose of the investing is not to create a system of where.
Duh, no shit, Sherlock, right? They're there to make money. Like, what the fuck am I listening to? Is this guy so stupid that he thinks the rest of us out here thinking of Facebook, Microsoft are coming to somehow help us or some stupid bullshit? They're coming there because they saw the environment was in their benefit to be there. If it no longer is in the benefit of them to be there, of course they're gonna motherfucking leave. What a fucking retard.
Jobs can be there and a structure can be created. It's a system of where we invest to extract. If you look at that is from a white collar perspective. If you look at it from a blue collar perspective, it's just like the way different individuals would come to the country and extract actual resources like cobalt or gold or whatever and literally take it out of the country. So this is just another way. And people will say, well, yeah, they're investing. Yes, they're investing, but there's always a catch to it. As compared to, let's say, for example, like yourself, you might invest some of your money there. You want definitely to keep it, but you also are investing in keeping it within the region for holistic growth.
No. Well, I'm investing something is because it benefits me. Right? It's freaking capitalism, right? None of this bullshit that these niggas keep talking about. If something is not benefiting me, I'm not going to do it. It's complete. It's very fucking basic, right? Even if I cared about the Pan-Africanism, Pan-regionalism, if I die or if I lose my means of making money, how the hell am I going to help other people? So first and foremost, I need to be secure and taken care of before I can start caring about the country as a whole. Because if I don't even need to explain this. This is a Pan-African babble that has been going on for a while. I should have stopped the video the moment this guy started mentioning about mindset is the issue of why people are not investing. It's like, what the hell? It's just literally real challenges that exist, and to him, it's because of mindset. What the fuck?
Of that region, So those are things that I think is a problem. The other thing is also ourselves. I've seen people who invest and live out here and then just use that to extract the money and continue bringing out here. And what it does, it doesn't create new opportunities for growth in that economy. So there are a lot.
Hey guys, I'm gonna stop the video right now. I'm gonna get brain aneurysm if I continue doing this video. There's nothing here. There's no content. Sorry for wasting your time.